by using overloading or
Loading
overriding.
overriding.
Okay, so when do you do, when will the overloading happen, when will overriding happen? Overloading,
During compile time,
yeah,
overriding is during runtime.
during the runtime. Overriding is also called as, overloading is also called as compile time polymorphism. Compile time. See, if you get a question in your exam asking about, explain about compile time polymorphism, you have to write only about what? Overloading. Okay. If you get a question in your exam asking about runtime polymorphism, see whatever concepts I'm telling now, they are not only for your exam only. They are all, these are all the concepts available in for your job market also. If you go for a job interview in Java, they may ask these concepts. What is difference between overriding and overloading? You have to tell them. Okay. So these concepts which you are learning here, not only for your exam, and if you're trying to get a job in Java as a software engineer, if you go for an interview, they will ask all these questions. Okay. So try to understand these concepts with good concentration. So compile time polymorphism. Other one is overriding. I did not tell you about overriding till now, but overriding is achieved during the runtime. Runtime polymorphism. Okay. So overloading is also called as early binding. Early binding or static binding. See, these are all the synonyms. Are understanding?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
If anyone asks you about what is early binding, you write about only about overloading. If anyone asks you about static binding, you write only about overloading. Compile time polymorphism or early binding or static binding, all these are synonyms for overloading concept. So runtime polymorphism is also called as overriding or late binding, static binding. What is the other one? Let me check. Static binding and dynamic binding. This is called as dynamic binding. Okay, understood now, girls?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So these are all synonyms. The concept is same. Either overloading or compile time polymorphism or early binding or static binding. All these are nothing but the features of polymorphism which are achieved through compile time. Overriding, runtime polymorphism, late binding, dynamic binding. All these things are nothing but the implementation of polymorphism which is achieved through runtime when the program is executing. When the program is running, when the program is compiling, if you are achieving some polymorphism, how do you achieve? By using what? Overloading. If the program is running, if you want to achieve polymorphism, how do you achieve? By using overriding. Understood? So in overloading, overloading is of two types. What are they? Function overloading, and what is the other one? Constructor overloading. Function overloading is also called as what? Function
Method overloading.
method overloading. Function overloading is also called as method overloading. Function or method, both are same. They are synonyms. Okay. We already discussed about function overloading in the previous class. Am I correct? So what is function overloading? That means a class having multiple functions with same name, but with what?
Different argument.
Different arguments. Different arguments. Arguments. Maybe in different arguments, difference comes in maybe in number of arguments or maybe different in data type of arguments. Okay, maybe different in number of arguments or data type of arguments. I think we have written a program also, no, for this one.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now today we shall discuss about what is called as constructor overloading. The same thing. Constructor overloading is nothing but having. What is the purpose of constructor? Can anyone tell? Why do we use a constructor? Why do you use a constructor? Can anyone tell? What? Why do we use a constructor? Forgot?
Instantiating the data member variables of
Yeah.
the class.
For an object, if you want to instantiate data member variables, then you have to use something called as constructor. So constructor overloading means class having multiple constructors but with different arguments. Okay, constructors having multiple constructors. How many types of constructors are there in Java? How many types are there in constructors in Java?
True, sir.
What are
Default and type.
they? Default, and second one is
Parameterized.
So if you are having multiple constructors, then what are you doing there? You are having constructor overloading. Okay, so we shall write a small program. For example, I will write a small program. So we shall write a program to implement constructor overloading. Okay, program to implement constructor overloading concept. Girls are understanding? Now we'll write a small program. Let me create a new. Let me save this one. Java 0411. So I am writing a new program to implement constructor overloading. Okay, so my class name is,
Sir, once show the definition, sir.
yeah, wait. Let me save this one. Save this one as, wait, I will open it. Wait, I am saving this one file first. Java programs. I will save this one as constructor test, constructor demo .java, all files. Okay, now open desktop, class notes. Yeah, are you able to see the definition? Copy it.
Yes, sir.
So this is constructor overloading. Constructor overloading is nothing but it is a way to achieve polymorphism, a class having multiple constructors but with different arguments. Difference comes in number of arguments or data type of arguments. Okay,
Done, sir.
can anyone tell that the difference between constructor and a function? What is the difference between
Write it. Write it.
Constructor.
Function is a block of code which contains set of executable statements. And
Wait, Joha, I will tell. You just wait. I will write here one by one. So first of all, so what is the difference? What is the constructor and what is the function? Can anyone tell?
so I'll say, sir.
Yeah, tell. First one.
Construct. First, I'll say about function, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Function is a block of code which contains set of executable statements,
Yeah.
and where they'll give a task and we have to complete it in functions.
Yeah.
Whereas in constructors, it is
It is also a block of code. But what is the purpose of constructor? Mainly for instantiating your object. Am I correct?
yes, sir.
So function contains block of code to do some work. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Then constructor contains
A
block.
function.
Yeah, it is also a function. Block of code
Yes, sir.
to instantiate
The data members of
Yeah.
the variable
instantiate
entity.
data.
Data
I think
member variables
I will write
of a
somewhere. Wait. I will write somewhere else. Here I am not able to write like this. Let me open notepad or something like whiteboard. See, now I am writing about difference between constructor and a function. This is also important question. Okay, just note down this one also. Yeah, I will draw a line here. I don't know how to do this. Okay. So function, not able to write. Let me open paintbrush only. Paintbrush, here I am drawing a line. What is first one? Constructor. Second one is function. Okay, so what is first point in constructor? First point is it is a method which contains block of code to instantiate
data members
variables, data members of a class, of an object. Okay, then what is the function here? See, this is also an important question in your exam. If they ask you, you have to write this one. So what is the function? It is a method which contains block of code to do a specific task. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
That is this one. Second point. Constructor. Should we call your constructor, or is it automatically called?
It is invoked when an object is created.
That means it is automatically invoked. No one has to call it. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
So constructor is automatically invoked or called. See, some people call it as invoked, some people call it as called when the object of the class is created. Am I correct? Second one here. What is second one? Function should be called or invoked manually to execute the code. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
That is the one more difference. And third one is, what is the name of the constructor?
It has the same name as class name.
Yeah, constructor should have the same name of the class. Here function can have any name, no?
Yes, sir.
So third one, function can have any name. So these differences I remember. Let us see some more if there are any. See, for all these things, internet is there. You can see it. Difference between what? Difference between
Constructor and function.
yeah, constructor and method in Java. Okay, constructor and method in Java. He has given something.
Sir, once show the differences, no, sir.
Yeah. Is it done?
The 2 minutes.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I will have my breakfast. Okay.
Over, sir.
Okay. See here, he has given something, some differences. I think I'll give difference between constructors and method in Java. Nowhere. Yeah, here is given. So many are there. Constructor is a block of code that initializes a newly created object. Method is a collection of statements which returns upon a value. Constructor is used to initialize the object. See, all these three we have written, no? All these four we have written, and this one we have to write. Fourth one is constructor doesn't have a return value. Okay, that means nothing is returned. Here functions have a return value to be sent to the calling place. Okay, so this is the differences. These are the differences between constructor and a function. Have you all written these points in your notes?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
now we shall write a small program for constructor overloading. Okay,
Okay, sir.
now we will write a small program for constructor overloading. So let me open, save this one and open. What name I have given for that one?
Constructor demo.java.
Yeah, constructor demo.java, no? This one. So this one I have to write. So class name should be what? Class name should be constructor
Constructor demo.
demo. So my class is having three member variables. For example, private int a, private int b, something like, I will give double d. This one I will take it as I. Private char c. These three are there. Now I am writing constructors. First of all, I am writing writing a default constructor. Constructor demo. This is the default constructor. I will give I is equal to 10, d is equal to 3.56, c is equal to a. So what is this one? This is the default constructor. Am I passing any parameters? No. Now I will write one more constructor. See, I am overloading constructors here. Who is joining now? Oh, I think. Ujma. Int I. I'll give it as something like int a. I is equal to A. C is equal to CH. Okay, now this is the class, no? In this class, how many constructors are there? Can anyone tell? How?
Sir, your screen is stuck.
It is struck.
4, sir.
No, sir.
You are able to see, no? The screen.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So in this program, how many constructors are there?
4, sir.
4. What is
Yes,
this?
sir.
This one is default constructor. First one is this one is a default constructor. Am I correct? And this one is parameter constructor. Parameterized constructor. With how many arguments? With how many arguments?
1 argument.
With one argument. Okay, which is int. I will write one more constructor. I'll write one more constructor here. I'll pass double b d is equal to b. So this is also one more constructor with how many arguments? Only one argument, no? But what data type we are passing here? We are passing double. Am I correct? In this one, how many arguments are there? Two arguments. What are they? Int and
Double.
Int and double. Here there are 3 arguments. There are 3 arguments. Int, double, and what? Third one is what?
Char.
Char means character. No?
Yes, sir.
So if you run this if I compile this program, will this program compile? And will I get any output if I run this program?
So the program will get compiled, but we don't get an output for this program, sir.
Why? What is the reason?
Main function is not there.
Very good.
We have
Yeah, very good. So you are understanding. Good. So this program will compile. That means class was created. Class is having constructors and everything, but this program will not execute. Will not give any output. Why? Because we are not calling your constructors. We are not creating any object from the main method. So you have to create a main method. So let us see first of all. So let me go to the command prompt. D drive cd java programs, and then what is the program name? Constructor demo, no? Constructor demo.java. Program was compiled. There are no errors. That means you got what? You got a class file. So dir constructor demo.star. So this is a This is a DOS command. DAR is a DOS command. I think you all know it. Here how many files are there? You are able to see the class file, no? Now compile, now execute the program. Java, constructor demo. Did we get any outputs? So program was compiled, but you are not able to execute it. Why? Because there is no main method. Understood? Girls, are you understanding all these things?
Yes, sir.
Now we are write a main method. In the main method, what we have to do? We have to create a object. So now I am writing the main method. Public static void main string args, and
Sir,
then
I am not able to hear your voice, sir.
you are not able to hear. So is it the same for everybody? Are you not able to hear?
So we are able to hear you.
Yeah.
Aarti, maybe you have.
Yeah, I think Aarti, it is the problem with your mic, I think. Okay. Now in the main method, what I have to do? I have to create an object for the class. So how do you create an object? You have to write a class name first. What is the class name? Constructor demo. I will use object as ob1 first. ob1. Then new constructor demo. Okay. When you run this program, I think we ran this program. Will you get an output? If you run this program, will you get an output? See, I am creating a constructor here. I'm creating constructor here. I'm creating an object here. Then I'm initializing the value for the object. Yeah.
But we are not calling the constructor to execute. Like we have to call the constructor. Then
See,
we will get.
see, constructor is automatically called when you are creating an
No,
object.
sir. Like we have created an object, but still we have to write now obj dot constructor demo like that. Like we have to pass some parameters so that it gets executed. Like we will get an output for
See
that.
here, if you are calling what we are calling a default constructor here. Understanding? See,
Yeah,
you are not
yes,
passing any arguments. We are calling default constructor. Then what happens? Which one is called?
default constructor.
This one is invoked. This one is invoked. Am I understanding?
Yes, sir.
So that means the value of I will be 10, value of D will be 3.56, value of C will be A. Okay?
Yes.
Now they are done. Now let me compile. Now we execute. Did you get an output? Execution was done, but it did not get any output. Why? Because object was created, but the values are set, but we are not showing anything on the screen. We are displayed. How do we display? What is the function you have to use for displaying the output on the screen? What function you have to use?
System dot
Yeah.
out dot
System.out.println. You have to use a method called as println method for displaying the output on the screen. So that is not used here. Nowhere you are displaying anything. So I will write one more method. I will write one more method here. See, now I'm writing a method, not a function, not a constructor. Void display system dot out dot println what is one? I is equal to plus I plus D is equal to plus d plus c is equal to plus c this one. Okay, so this is the display method. So now after calling this one, what I will do, I have to use ob1 dot display. Okay, so are you understanding what I am doing here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now again compile the program. There are no errors. Now execute the program. Did you get the output? What did you get? I is equal to 10, D is equal to 3.56, C is equal to how much? A. So from where did you get those values? From here. Those values are being set here. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So this is what we are doing a constructor. Now if I am creating one more object, I am creating one more object. The constructor demo ob2. I am passing 30. Then what? Which constructor is invoked? Can anyone tell?
Constructor with one parameter.
Which one? There are two constructors with one parameter. There are two constructors with one parameter. Int one is invoked. Why? Because we are passing an integer. Am I correct?
Number.
This one is invoked.
Yes, sir.
So we are setting the value for I. Then what will be the values for D and C? They will have garbage values. Why? Because we are not giving the values for D and C. They will have default values or garbage values. So if you are not giving any values, what will be the values for those variables? It will have garbage values. We cannot tell what will be the values for those two. Okay? So now I am doing that ob2 dot display. Now let me compile. Run the program. What did you get? What is the output you got? Can anyone tell what is the output you got? The second line is I is equal to 30, D is equal to 0.00. That means the default value of double is
nothing.
So C is null. That means C doesn't have any value. Why? Because we are not initializing any value. Am I correct?
So
And D is 0.0. Why? Because the default value of double is 0. If you're not giving any value, it will take it as 0. Okay? Now I am creating one more object. I am creating one more object ob3. I am passing 4.93. You tell me now which one is invoked. Which constructor will be invoked?
constructor with one parameter, double.
Yeah, double parameter. That one is invoked. So let me compile the program. Now run the program. So what did you get? The output? See the third line. What is third line? I is equal to 0. Yeah.
90 and C is null value.
Yeah. D is 4.93 and C is null value. Why? Because the this one is invoked. This constructor is invoked. We are setting the value only for double, not for I, integer and character. Understanding, girls?
Yes, sir.
So what are you doing here? We are doing constructor overloading here. Okay. So I'll create one more object. I'll create one more object. See, in this program, how many objects are there? Till now, how many objects are there? For the class, for this class, how many objects are there? Hmm? How many objects are there for this class?
3.
3 objects. Good. Till now there are 3 objects. What are those? What are those object names? OB1, OB2, OB3, and the next one is OB4. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So I am passing 1 comma 4.93. I am calling the display method from which object? OB4 object. I will create one more object. OB5. I will pass C. OB5 dot display. Understood? So in this program I am creating 5 objects. First object is called when you are creating first object, the default constructor is invoked. When you are creating second object, the constructor with integer parameter is invoked. When you are creating third object, the constructor with double parameter is invoked. When you are creating fourth object, constructor with integer and double parameter is invoked. When you are creating fifth object, constructor with 3 arguments is invoked. Okay. Now compile the program, run it. So you got this output. This is the output of the program. So note down this program in your notes, everybody.
Yes, sir.
So should I decrease the font to see the entire program in single shot?
Yes, sir.
Hmm? Is it visible for everyone? The entire program?
Sir, once you show starting one, sir.
Yeah.
Over, sir.
Should I go down?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Done, sir.
Done. So write down his main method also.
Sir,
Yeah.
you are uploading all the videos in YouTube, sir.
Yeah, I will upload.
Okay, sir.
Not only these things, I will also upload some more things. When I get time, I will upload some other videos for how to start some career in Java programming. All those things I will upload. So
Okay, sir.
if you get time, you study, see those videos.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
and how to prepare your resume. Those things I will upload.
Okay, sir.
Okay. How many of you have prepared your resume? How many of you have your resume in hand now
I have, sir, from internet.
from internet? I am asking about your resume. Did you prepare your resume
Sir.
with your details?
No, sir. That means once I tried, but I don't.
That means what is your knowledge you are having and all those things. What is the skills you are having with all those things. I'll give a template for you so that you can prepare a resume in a good, which is easy for everyone to see and understand. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Maybe not now. After 2 to 3 months, I'll send a template to all of you.
Okay,
See,
sir.
having a good resume is very nice. And you go for any job entries and all those things. I don't know how many people are looking for jobs and how many people are uh, uh, willing to go for higher studies. So if you're going for jobs, I will tell you how to prepare a resume and all those things.
Sir, after degree direct for Java, how many days it will take to learn, sir?
See,
That means it will be 1 year or five
yeah,
months like that.
it may be at least if you want to learn Java, it will take at least 5 to 6 months.
Sir, you know any institutions which is good to learn Java?
First of all, instead of going directly to institutions, search in internet. Go to YouTube and go to YouTube. You can see so many videos. Okay,
Okay, sir.
there is a YouTube channel called as I will show. I think there is some 3 minutes. No,
Yes, sir.
I will show YouTube. This person, there is a person called as I think what is his name? I don't know. Hmm. Java tutorial. You can search Java tutorial for beginners. There is a channel called as Telesco something. Telesco Java tutorial. Go to this channel, Telesco. He's a nice person who taught Java very nicely.
Hello guys, this is Naveen
Okay,
Reddy.
sir.
So
Okay.
today we'll talk
His
about
name
one
is-
of the amazing subject
his
or
name is Naveen
amazing
Reddy.
programming language called as Java. Now if we talk about
Okay.
Java, it's a
Okay,
program.
sir.
His name is Naveen Reddy. He taught Java very much nicely. Okay. So
Yes.
before joining any institute, listen to these videos first. Okay.
Okay, sir.
That is the best way of learning.
Yes, sir.
Even though you go for an institute, they will teach only basics only. Okay.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Open this YouTube channel and start learning those videos, studying from those videos. Okay.
Okay, sir.
You can search for Java Naveen Reddy. Naveen Reddy is the person who taught Java very much nicely.
Okay, sir. Sir, from the basics he taught, sir.
Yeah, from basics,
Yes, sir.
everything. Okay. So
Okay.
now we shall stop now. We shall discuss about the remaining topics in the next class.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay then. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye.